Yo, Randy Arozarena, ¿cómo estás? Soy artista, soy Devon. ¿Te puedo dibujar la cara si hay tiempo?
Sí, un placer para mí.
Sí, bien rápido.
Sí.
Ok, vamos. ¿Cuál es tu nombre y en qué trabajas?
Mi nombre es Randy Arozarena y soy beisbolista profesional.
¿Y quién es alguien que te inspira?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
¿Y por qué él?
Disciplinado, trabaja mucho, siempre juega con el corazón y nunca se rinde.
¿Y a dónde te criaste?
En un pueblo llamado Arroyos de Mantua, de Pinar del Río, Cuba.
¿Y antes de béisbol, jugaste otro deporte?
Soccer.
¿Soccer? ¿Por qué cambiaste al béisbol?
Porque en Cuba yo creo que el béisbol era el deporte de que cuando uno fuera grande, ¿me entiendes? Yo era un niño cuando me cambié. Cuando era grande me iban a pagarme. Y creo que lo hice por el sustento de mi familia. Algún futuro y pensé con luz larga y ahora juego béisbol.
Sí, en el 2015, ¿verdad? Te fuiste de Cuba y a México. ¿Y cómo fue esa experiencia?
Dura, difícil, que gracias a Dios pude llegar a México. Me escapé en lancha de la isla de Cuba. Un viaje que duró 8 horas. Por la noche el mar es muy peligroso.
¿Y cómo te sientes de México? Porque yo sé que te aceptaron como familia.
Sí, me siento muy bien. México me ha dado un gran apoyo. Todos esos fanáticos mexicanos, todos los jugadores, amigos que tengo en México, me han apoyado mucho desde que llegué de Cuba en el 2015. Pasé por varias ligas mexicanas e hice buenas relaciones. Y gracias a Dios pude regresar ese cariño que me dieron representándolo en el Clásico Mundial.
¿Cómo fue jugando para equipo de México en el World Baseball Classics?
Fue un sueño. Era algo que soñaba desde niño, jugar un Clásico Mundial por mi país. Pero México me brindó la oportunidad de representarlo y me siento como un mexicano y fue una experiencia muy bonita en el Clásico Mundial con mucho amor de muchos mexicanos que me brindaron.
Wow. ¿Y cómo comenzó la traducción de usar los cowboy boots antes de los juegos?
Eso fue cuando en el paso de jugaba la Liga del Pacífico en México y una vez... Tú sabes que los mexicanos es botas, los sombreros.
Sí.
Entonces uno de mi equipo llevaba botas en ese entonces y un día se las agarré y le dije que esas botas me iban a dar suerte y ese día conecté jonrón.
Wow.
Y así pasó, lo llevé como tradición.
¿Y te sientes como te ayuda eso?
Sí, creo que todo está en la mente, pero eso es algo importante para mí de siempre mantener esa mentalidad.
Sí, es verdad. ¿Cuál es un momento que te sientes más orgulloso en la vida?
Yo siempre me siento orgulloso de mí mismo porque yo solo sé el proceso que me ha costado y yo creo que cada cosa que yo haga me siento orgulloso.
Claro que sí, ese proceso era una locura. No mucha gente puede decir que pasaron por eso.
Pero eso es lo que yo más disfruto. Los resultados no me hacen sentir mejor, ¿me entiendes? Sino acordándome del proceso es que llegan los resultados.
Exacto, wow. ¿Y cuál es tu mensaje para el mundo?
Para el mensaje para el mundo yo creo que es que haya paz y amor y que no a la violencia, que la vida es muy corta, ¿me entiendes? Entonces hay que disfrutarla todo el mundo.
Sí, claro que sí. Randy Arozarena, gracias por hablar conmigo. Este es mi dibujo de tu vida.
Wow.
Gracias, bro, gracias. Gracias por todo. All right, bro. Te veo.
Está muy lindo, ¿eh?
Keep smiling. June Ambrose, how you doing? My name is Devon. I'm a local artist. I love this hat. I would love to paint it and paint you if you have time. Real quick. Okay, right here, real quick. What's your name and what's one of your biggest dreams in life?
My name is June Ambrose, and one of my biggest dreams, I think I'm living it, work in a creative space and have the ability to change the way people see us, people of color, and I think what I get to do for a living allows me to change the narrative, you know, young girl growing up in the Bronx.
Let's go.
Traveling the world. I think I'm living my best life.
Wow, that's amazing. That's what I'm trying to do too. I'm a young boy from the Bronx traveling the world too.
No, I got excited when I saw your sweatshirt. That's why I stopped actually. You have on the Bronx sweatshirt, I kept it moving.
You kind of have to, right? I tell people the same thing. Like us Bronx people, we got a kinship.
Yeah, that's right.
Which part did you grow up in?
By the Bronx Zoo, East Tremont Avenue. Is that considered the South Bronx? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was born in the Caribbean. I'm Antiguan.
Oh, really?
So I'm an immigrant. You know, I immigrated to New York and moved to the Bronx.
So I'm happy I wore the hoodie today then.
Yeah, it made me smile.
Yeah, I love wearing it so that my followers, they can see that I'm from the Bronx and my people from the Bronx, like, you know, anybody could make it happen, you know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
I rep it proud.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, because, you know, I grew up without a dad. My dad left me. We grew up on welfare. I was raised by my grandma because my mom was abusive. And, like, I always had this dream that, like, I could still make it.
Yeah, I grew up in a single-parent home, too. My mom was my everything.
It's hard, right?
That's like growing up around strong women. It's a gift.
Yeah, shout out to Abuela. Like,
That's
she really...
right.
You were an investment banker, right, before your fashion career?
I started off in theater, and then I moved to, you know, I was like, this is rough. I was like, being an actress, this is a struggle. So I took a job in an investment banking firm that I have no regrets. You know, it was tough. It was a tough, 2.5, 3 years because I'm a creative, human. But it definitely taught me a lot about, managing my entrepreneurial endeavors. I think if I didn't have that as like a foundation, I don't know if I would have still been able to like start a company and build my business. And leaving corporate America was definitely something I have no regret.
Wow, you're a legend. Yeah, I remember all the like Missy Elliott videos. It's amazing. Like, how did you transition from finance?
I took an internship in an environment, that afforded me, the opportunity to introduce myself to music artists. I was working at a record company. It was short-lived, but it was just enough time for me to get my feet wet and let people kind of make my mark. And I just have a very big personality, so breaking in was a little bit harder. And plus, I came from a corporate environment, so I had a certain air about me, a certain confidence that afforded me the audacity to act for things and act a certain way. Yeah, I think when I look back and think, what was I thinking? Or how did I have the nerve to say, this is what I want? And creatively, you can't tell someone you're creative, you just have to show it. And I was willing to do the work to show people how I see the world and how I see when someone's looking at something in black and white, I always see it in color. I think of myself as an artist just like you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I like to paint pictures, and I do that, through design and style.
I love this hat, by the way. Where'd you get it from? Painting it right now is so cool.
I've had this hat for like 15 years. I got it from Bergdorf Goodman's Men's.
Wow.
And I take very good care of it. I put it in storage.
I could tell.
I condition it.
I could tell.
It's my baby. People make fun of me sometimes.
That's so funny. How did you break into like the music industry, like styling for the videos and stuff?
I was working at a record company as an intern, and I think that really honestly getting into the music video world was more about who you knew. I connected with a director, Hype Williams. He gave me a shot. You know what I mean? He gave me an opportunity to work on a music video, and the budgets are really small back in the 90s. So I started costume designing and making stuff, things that ideas that we had in our heads that simply just weren't in like stores, and we didn't have a budget to go and buy stuff, or we also didn't have credentials to go and ask a big designer to give us stuff. So at the time, urban black music was kind of an untapped market access to designers.
Yeah.
So I started designing everything and going buying fabric and loosely sketching out ideas and talking to contractors and building, the looks. And then I would start my own atelier and make all the things that I kind of had inside my head.
What was your favorite music video that you worked on?
Oh man, I have so many. That's really hard. But I think I would probably say the most notorious kind of one was the Missy Elliott Can't Stand the Rain video with the blog suit. I mean, I recently had the opportunity to kind of reimagine all those costumes for Missy's first tour. So I got to design that last summer, and that was really fun.
How do you balance styling somebody when they have a vision, but you want to stay true to your style?
It's not about me. So the balance is going into it knowing that you are character developing and designing a look for someone that has context, like whether it's to music, fan base, you have different people that you kind of have to kind of hear and listen to and understand what their needs are. I always remove myself from it. Creatively, I know I'm rendering something that has a little piece of me because creativity is something we own. I don't get to the point where I'm not willing to compromise and collaborate. I'm a collaborator.
What advice do you have for people that are trying to develop their own style?
Don't think about the actual tangible things. Don't think about the clothes. Think about the personality. Think about who you want to become. When you're creating a look for someone and someone's like, oh, I don't have style, I'm like, well, that means you don't have a voice. So use your style to tell your story. Do you want to be preppy? Do you want to be sexy? Do you love color? Do you want to show off your body? Do you want to hide your body? Do you want to enhance your look? I mean, there's so many layers to, discovering oneself in style. but I always encourage people to listen to their own voice, and their confidence is what gives you style.
Yeah, wow, that's great advice. Because it reflects your personality, right? Like, I'm very like reserved, so I'm always wearing all black. Like, I want to hide, you know?
That's okay. You still got swag.
Oh, thank you,
got
thank
swag.
you. What was your proudest career moment so far?
Last year I received an NAACP Vanguard Award.
Let's go.
And that was like really like, for me, that was my Oscar. To be celebrated and recognized by my peers and people of color. That made me know that I still have a lot more work to do, because I don't want to just get one NAACP award. I want multiple. So it definitely reinforced that the work that I was doing was bigger than myself, and that I had made a difference in people's lives, and thinking about, when I'm not here, what's going to be my legacy?
Yeah.
And then when I became a mom, it was like, what are my kids going to be most proud of?
Oh, sorry. A bee landed on my hand. How do you stay inspired after so many years of success?
I'm always looking for things that creatively challenge me. You know, I took the role of creative director at Puma in 2021 to launch women's basketball, which we all know women's basketball is taking off right now. But we were really ahead of it, and I really had a vision to kind of amplify the voices of underserved women in that space. I'm always fighting for the underdog, you know what I mean? When you think about urban Black music or urban culture itself, or women in a space of music of all colors, ethnicities, and race and creeds, we always have to fight for each other, fight for our position, fight for our roles. So I'm always looking to fight for people who are underserved and not seen. That's kind of my motivation.
Wow, that's a great mission. Any upcoming projects you're excited about?
I'm always like in the lab, and I'm always working on stuff. 2026 is going to be an incredible year for me.
Oh, let's go.
2024 was a year of manifestation.
Wow.
2025 is a year of doing the work, and 26 is the year of launch. You know, I encourage everyone to hang in there with me. I'm going to be dropping hints and seeds along the way. I'm not the girl that says, this is what I'm working on. I'm the girl that's like, here you go. I'm counting on you to support
like Beyonce when she dropped that album.
Exactly. Exactly.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids.
2 kids?
Well, they're not kids anymore. They're like young adults.
Nice.
My daughter's going to be 21. My son is 23. They're both in a creative space. So
are they interested in fashion?
They definitely respect and acknowledge the industry, but they are creative in other spaces.
Yeah.
Like my son loves sound and music. My daughter just launched a hair care line for, you know, natural hair. She's a chef.
Wow.
So, you know, creatively, I think they've all found their own path and way, you know, which is nice.
They got that ambition gene.
Yeah, I think they have that entrepreneurial spirit.
What message do you think the world needs to hear right now?
You know, community is so important and it's key. When someone stops you just to even say hi or ask you to take a minute to talk to them, do it. It's a lonely world out there. We kind of sometimes feel like we're kind of alone in this journey. So I love meeting new people and I love making new friends. And I think it's important that we all kind of feel a sense of community and you know, pride in knowing that we're not in this journey alone.
All right, June, thank you for sharing your life with me. This is my interpretation of your life.
Wow.
So glad you like it.
I look like my mom. That's beautiful.
What's your mom's name?
Eurydice. We call her Dora the Explorer.
Also, I got you a second gift.
Oh, wow. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. I'm like Oprah. Everybody gets some watercolor
This is my demure face.
So I painted this, and it doesn't release until March 22nd. So you're one of the first ones to have it. Yeah.
I'm gonna cherish this because you know, art is one of those things.
Yeah, art is everything.
Art is one of those things.
It might go up in value. You never know.
I already know. You're already up in value.
You never know.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you so much, June.
Thank you so much.
All right, have a great day. Let's go Bronx.
Let's go BX.
BX. All right,
Thank
see you.
you.
Have a good one. Keep smiling.